Have your dolls experienced the minimum wage job that is working at a cafe? If they haven't, well, today's your lucky day, as I am gonna show you how to make a cafe diorama for your dolls using recycled cardboard amongst other easy-to-get materials. I'll also be providing some free printables to make the building process easier for you. Plus, I'll be reviewing this cute barista figure I got specifically for this cafe. This is a 𝓸𝓸𝓮𝓵 cast room, and it was designed for 1/12 scale dolls like this one. This is the set where I recorded most of my videos, but I've been wanting for some time to build another set, this time for my 1/8 scale dolls like 𝓵𝓙, Sugary Girls, and a new figure I just bought on Kika Goods. If you want to buy something there, make sure to use my code to get a 10% discount off of your order. Now let's unbox this cafe and rest figure by the brand QGMC, and the art is Laoli. As you open the box, you'll find a postcard with a 3D render of the figure and some info on the back. The figure is very well protected, every piece is individually wrapped, and the foam shape protects the figure during transit. Now, here is our boy, isn't he cute? Here's everything included with the figure. There's the postcard, his tail, a plate, and an extra head. This is a 1/8 scale figure, meaning he's around the same size as a 𝓵𝓙 doll, if not a bit taller, making him compatible with a lot of dolls. Now let's check out his extra head. It has an open mouth smile, and it's very easy to replace. You just have to slide the head off and place a new one. It stays pretty secured. His expression is really cute, and the head is very well painted, but I personally prefer the other one. It's still nice to have options though. As for his tail and the foot plate, they just slide into place. They stay much less secure than the head, but if you don't move it too much, it's gonna stay in place. The accessories are very well painted, just like the rest of the figure. He looks awesome. I've been wanting to purchase him for quite some time, and I'm happy to finally own him. Now let's finally build a diorama. I started by making a Pinterest board to get some ideas of colors, shapes, and themes for a 𝓲𝓸𝓮𝓵 style cafe. And then I started planning. I designed this diorama with these things in mind: a foldable room, big enough to work as a set for my videos, but small enough to actually fit in my desk. So I came up with this room layout. You're free to follow along and make an exact copy of this room, or make something entirely different, like a 𝓸𝓸𝓮𝓵 room or a 𝓵𝓙𝓵 store. The steps still apply even if you're making something for an LPS or a Dolphy Dream. Just make the measurement adjustments and it'll work out. I also prepared some printables to decorate the room. There's the floor and wallpaper texture, along with some signs I designed. The final print size is this one. And I am gonna print it in sticker paper, so it's easy to place. I left a link in the description in case you want to print it out too. Now it's a good time to make some inventory, just to check what I already have and what I need to craft. For the cafe, I'll need drinks, coffee machines, desserts, and some decorations, of which I have many. If you're anything like me, you probably already have a lot of things you can use for this diorama. For now, I'll just need to craft the kitchen and a long table to fit the furniture I already have. Let's start with the cardboard structure. Go and recycle all the cardboard you can find from packaging, shipping boxes, and alike. For the room structure, we'll need a thick cardboard for it to be used for the walls and floor pieces. Just follow along the measurements marked on screen and cut all the pieces. In total, you'll have 8 cardboard pieces, 3 for the floor and 5 for the walls. Before moving on to the next step, check if all the pieces fit properly and make adjustments if needed. Remember that the back wall piece needs to be scored in order to fold outwards. Now we can cover the cardboard with the printables. In case you can't print this out, you can replace it with colored paper, recycled packaging, or textured paper from craft shops. I'm going to start with the floor pieces. 2 of those will have a wooden floor texture, and the kitchen section will have this green tile texture. Using sticker paper for these parts saves up so much time and effort. But if you're using regular paper, just make sure that the glue doesn't warp the paper. And this is how the floor looks like. If you're using sticker paper like me, be super careful as the paper can crease and create bubbles. Using the same method I cover the wall pieces. I chose to use green wallpaper for the kitchen and pink for the opposite wall, meaning the back wall has green and pink wallpaper. For this wall I made sure it could still fold outwards. This is the wall where I chose to place a window and door, but you can place them anywhere you like. On the printables, I included 2 photos for you to use as a window and door view. First, measure where you'd like the window to be, how big, and what shape do you want it to have. This is how I did my layout. A square window and a door with an arched top. You can use the same measurements as me. To frame the window, you can use cardboard or foam board strips cut to your desired size. A trick I use for making arch frames is to cut the cardboard opposite to the strips, just like this. That way you allow the cardboard to curve in any way you'd like. Then cover the cardboard with white paper or colored paper of your choosing. Then cut both images to match the frame shape and paste them in place. As I used sticker paper, it was very easy to do. Then paste the frames in place, and it should look something like this. If you want, you can add transparent plastic in between the layers to look like glass. Now we're gonna paste the room together. First, I'm gonna paste the back wall that folds outwards with the respective floor pieces. I'll be using this glue, but you can use hot glue as well. Glue the pieces together, being super careful to keep the wall in a vertical angle. To help with this, you can use a square ruler, you know, the ones that look like this. Once all the walls are glued in place, you should have a base room like this one. Perfectly scaled for your dolls or figures. And, because it was designed to, a fold-up room that can open and close for easy storage. Next, we're gonna be building the kitchen/counter for the cafe. As I am obsessed with this room and kitchen, I'm going to be making an inspired yellow kitchen. But if you happen to have that exact same room and set, feel free to use it, as it is perfectly 1/8 scale. For the mere mortals like me that don't have an already built kitchen, we're gonna be making it from scratch using cardboard. I measured and designed a kitchen to fit an existing mini fridge I had. And here's the piece template with all its measurements for you to use. Feel free to modify it as you wish. For the sink, I decided to recycle this 𝓷𝓸𝓮𝓵 packaging, as it is perfectly curved and fits my measurements. But you can use empty plastic sauce packets or any plastic shape that works as a sink. Measure, mark, and cut all the pieces. As I use very thin cardboard, I trace the pieces twice to stack them together. Once you have all the pieces cut, check if everything fits properly, and modify if needed. I also cut a hole for the sink and the plastic tray. Check if it fits too. Then you can cover them with the printables I provided, or the paper of your choosing. It should look something like this. The counter and the shelf parts have a light wood color, and the vertical pieces are pastel yellow. Then glue everything in place. Once that's done, it should look something like this. For the faucet and handle, I glued an array of beads and a paper clip together, and to simulate a sinkhole, I glued a metal eyelet to a hole I pierced through the plastic tray. Then I painted everything pink, including the outside of the plastic tray. That way it stays shiny like ceramic. You can also paint it white if you want to. This is optional, but you can glue shelves to this wall for extra display space. I included the measurements as well. Now we can move on to the step that makes the difference between an empty room and a lived-in space: the decorations. I like to split up the decor into two categories: the 3D decoration and the flat decoration. We're gonna start with the 3D decoration. First, we have curtains for the window. To make these, you'll need a wooden dowel, layered lace trim like this one, or in case you can't find it, you can make your own by layering ribbon like this, then glue it in place. I used 2 different sizes and colors of ribbon. For the curtain itself, I used some of the cheapest see-through fabric I had, and I layered it multiple times, then glue everything to the wooden dowel, and you're done! Wasn't that easy? I'll glue to the wall this shelf I bought on AliExpress in order to make one of those cute trinket boxes for the cafe. You know the ones. Then I'll glue these pink and green artificial flowers to this part of the window. I had this phone charm that looks like a Japanese wind chime, and I'll glue it to this part of the window. I'll glue to the wall this modular shelf I also bought on AliExpress some months ago. It fits very well with the theme. The decorations are optional, of course. Every factory-made piece that I use can be easily crafted with paper and cardboard. I just encourage you to use what you already have on your own trinket boxes. Imagine as if you were decorating a fairy house or Ariette's room. That always helps. Now for the flat decoration. I included a lot of images on the printable for you to use, but you can replace them with nail stickers or any stickers that you already have. Some I'll paste directly on the walls. Others I'll paste on some foam to add some thickness and give more dimension to the wall. It is important that you cut each individual sticker before gluing it to the foam to avoid creasing and jagged edges. I'll also use for decoration some of these beads and buttons I had on my trinket box. Then just glue everything in place. You can use the same placement that I am using, or you can rearrange the pieces to your liking. This is just the layout that worked best for me. And just like that, the cafe looks a lot more lively, isn't it? These simple steps helps any room look so much fuller and realistic. Feel free to add stickers to any dollhouse you have and see the difference. Now I only need to craft some furniture. Since I have these chairs I bought on AliExpress, I'll be making a long table that fits them. With the help of my dolls, I'll be measuring how tall it needs to be, how long, and all that. Since this is very specific, you'll need to measure your own furniture in case you have, and make the appropriate adjustments. For the table, I followed my usual steps, measuring and cutting a rectangle, rounding the edges, then covering it with a wood texture printable. It's the same one that I use for the kitchen. For the legs, I use wooden dowels as they were the exact same length that I needed. I covered them as well with the printables and glued them in place. And there you go, a table. For the counter, I already had this plastic one, but since it had no shelves, I made some new ones recycling some packaging from a Riemann set that I had. I just measured and cut all the pieces that I needed and glued them in place. And that's it for furniture. Finally, we can set up the cafe. I'll be placing all the furniture and knickknacks that I have. As I am using things I already have, my diorama is bound to look different from yours. There are some things you'll need to craft from scratch, or others that you already have. Again, I encourage you to open your trinket box and see what you can use as decor. Some of my trinkets came from AliExpress, mainly the kitchen and food items. Others are gashapon toys or remnant sets. There are some trinkets that came as a surprise from Candy. All of these are part of a collection I've built over years of collecting toys, and this is a very fun way to display them. And with the setup done, the diorama is finally finished. Doesn't it look gorgeous? This is the process I always follow to make my sets and dioramas. What I love about it is that you can adjust anything you'd like to fit your specific vision. You can scale it to fit a big dolphin dream or something as small as an LPS. You can completely scrap the idea of making a cafe and instead make a bedroom or an office or a basement to make underground concerts. I don't know, go wild with it. Just plan, measure, find printables or make your own, and build exactly what you imagine. That's what I always do. I hope you find this video helpful with your future crafting endeavors. If you did, I would appreciate a like or a comment. You can even subscribe if you like to watch more of my content. And well, that was everything for today's video. Remember, if you want to purchase this lovely boy on the back, use my 𝓗𝓮𝓵 discount code 𝓵𝓙 to get a 10% discount off of your order on the 𝓗𝓮𝓵 store. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye!